In this video, I want to show you how you can use LinkedIn Sales Navigator for recruiting. So you will see how to find candidates using the LinkedIn Sales Navigator filters, how to find companies that are currently hiring, and finally, how to export your list of candidates or leads with their verified emails. So let's dive in. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is why it's a good idea to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator instead of LinkedIn Recruiter for your recruiting business. So here on my screen, you see an article that I wrote, and basically the main reason why you should use LinkedIn Sales Navigator instead of LinkedIn Recruiter is the price. A subscription for LinkedIn Sales Navigator Core is $100 a month. And now if we check LinkedIn Recruiter, it's more than $800 a month. So you see that there is a huge pricing gap between LinkedIn Sales Navigator and LinkedIn Recruiter. And of course, with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you won't have all the features that you can find with LinkedIn Recruiter, but you have like 90% of what you can do with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And I will show you some techniques that you can use to find candidates and leads for your recruiting business. All right, so now we are currently on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's the core version. And now if we want to find some candidates, it's very easy. We just need to click on lead filters. And now here on this page, I have on the left all the filters I can use to find some candidates. So one of the best filters to find some candidates is this one, current job title. And here you just need to click on plus and write what you want to hire. So for example, you can say that you want to hire a developer like this, and then you press enter, and then on the right you will find all the people who are developer. The next filter that you can use is this one, geography. So for example, let's say that you want to target developer based, I don't know, in New York. So we click on include, and now you see that we have developer based in New York. So you see senior developer in New York, here full stack developer in New York, and so on. And I see that my current job title filter developer is probably not the best because here I have international business developer. So if we want to have better results, I will change developer by full stack developer. Then we press enter. And now you see that we have better results. So we only have people who are full stack developer based in New York. Now, the next filter I recommend you to use is this one, years of experience. And if you want to target people with some experience, you can say that you want people with at least 3 years of experience. So we select this. And now on the right, I will have only people with experience. If you want to hire some candidates working in a specific company or in specific companies, very easy. You can use this filter, current company, and you can say, okay, I only want people who are working for Apple or Amazon. And now you see that we have full stack developer based in New York who are working for Apple or Amazon. And of course, they have more than 3 years of experience. So this current company filter is very useful if you want to target some specific profiles based on their industry, for example. Now, what I want to do is to remove this filter current company. And the next thing I want to do is to export these people, get their verified emails in a clean CSV file at the end. So unfortunately, with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can't export these people natively. And that's why you need a tool like GiveMeLeads to export this search. So if you want to export a search, you just need to go on givemeleads.io, or you can click the first link in the description. Then you click here on Start for free. You create your account, you connect your LinkedIn account, and you install the Chrome extension. And then you will see a button like this one, Extract Leads. So once you want to export these people, so for example, for this search, we have 1,500 results. Very easy. You click on Extract Leads, and then you will be redirected to your GiveMeLeads account. Then here on this page, you can select the number of people you want to export. So let's say 100, and then you click on Export Leads. And now all we need to do is to rename our export. So let's say developer in New York. And now we just need to wait a little bit and we will have our candidates. All right, so my export is done. And now if I want to see the list of leads, I just need to click here on download CSV. And now if I open the file, you see that we have 100 leads, which is perfect. With this file, you have a lot of data for each candidate. So for example, you have the first name, last name, LinkedIn URL, you have LinkedIn ID, you have the verified emails of the candidate. So very useful if you want to send an email. You have the job title, location, and you have much more information. For example, you have the company name, company LinkedIn ID, company website, and so on. So once you have your list, what you can do is to put it in your CRM, or you can basically use an outreach tool to reach out to these people. Okay, now that you know how to use the LinkedIn Sales Navigator filters to find some candidates, I want to show you how you can find people who are actively looking for a job. So basically, I will show you a technique to find people who are open to work on LinkedIn. So if you want to reach out to job seekers, you just have one thing to do. So here, as you can see, I'm currently on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I've already had some filters. And now if I want to identify job seekers, I just need to use one filter. This one, search keywords. And here you want to say that you want the keywords open to work or seeking opportunities or looking for a new role or actively seeking. And then you press enter. So if you want to use the same keywords to find job seekers, you have this sentence, this string in the description. Now let's have a look at the results. So for example, this one. So if I scroll, we see in the About section, I'm actively seeking full-time positions as a software engineer. So you see that's exactly what we want. Now, if we check this example, if we scroll in the About section, we have I'm currently seeking opportunities with cap-exempt employers and so on. So if you have something relevant for Samir, he will be open for a discussion. And finally, the last example I want to show you, because I'm sure that you get the point, is with Eric. And if we scroll a little bit in the About section, we have actively seeking new opportunities to leverage my expertise and so on. So with these examples, you see that with these keywords, you can target people who are actively seeking for a new job or a new opportunity. And of course, you understand that you don't need to pay a LinkedIn recruiter to find this kind of people. So once you are happy with your search and you feel that you have potential candidates, you just need to click on Extract Leads to export these people and get their verified emails. All right, so now that you know how to find and export job seekers without LinkedIn Recruiter, but instead with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I want to show you how you can find leads for your recruiting business with, of course, LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So we are back on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and this time I'm in the account page. So basically on this page, I can use some new filters to find specific companies. So this time, these filters will be applied for companies. And as you can see on the right part of my screen, I no longer have people, but I have companies. On this page, there is one filter that is very interesting if you have a recruiting business and if you want to find leads. And this filter is here in job opportunities. So we click on it, and here you see that we have this filter hiring on LinkedIn. So it means that these companies are currently hiring on LinkedIn and they might be interesting in some recruiting services. So here, what you can do is to add more filters. So for example, company headcount, let's say we want companies between 500 to 1,000 people, and industry, let's say technology, information, and internet. So with these three filters, you see that we have a bit more than 1,000 results. One feature that is very interesting is that when you click on a company, so for example in Newsweek, then you are on this page, and if you scroll a little bit, you can see the employee count, and we see that this company is currently growing. But what's very interesting is this job openings. And here you have the details of the job openings. So for example, we see that this company is currently hiring a lot in the marketing department. I want to show you another example with this company. So if we go on the account page and we scroll, we see that this time, this company is currently hiring a lot of salespeople. So with this feature, you can personalize your message. So for example, you can say, "Hi, first name. I saw that you are currently hiring a lot of people in your sales department. Do you need any help?" or whatever. You get the point. And with this kind of personalized message, you will get a better reply rate. And at the end, you will basically just close more deals. Okay, so now let's go back to our search. And now what we need to do is to create an account list. So for that, it's very easy. We click on Select All, Save to List, and then we click on Create New List. So here we just need to give a name for the list. So recruiting tutorial, then we click on Create and Save. And now what we need to do is to add these companies into our new list. So for that, we need to go on the page number 2, then Select All, Save to List, and then Recruiting Tutorial. And now you see that we have 50 companies in our account list. Then, unfortunately, we have to do that for the page number 3, 4, and so on until we reach 1,000 results. For this tutorial, I will just add 100 companies in my list. So let's go on the page number 3, Select All, Save to List, and then Recruiting Tutorial. And same for the page number 4, Select All, Save to List, Recruiting Tutorial. Okay, now that we've created an account list with companies that are currently hiring on LinkedIn, so it's very interesting if you are in the recruiting business, what we want to do is to find decision makers in these companies. So for that, it's very easy. You go here and you click on Account List. Then you select your account list, so Recruiting Tutorial. And here on the right, I have all the people who are currently working for these companies in my account list, Recruiting Tutorial. Then the next step is to add some filters to identify decision makers. So for that, very easy. You click on Current Job Title. And here, for example, you can target people who are CEO. So if you target small companies, it will probably be the CEO who will manage the hiring process. And if you target big enterprise, it will be like an HR director or something like that. So for this tutorial, because we target companies with a headcount between 500 to 1,000 people, let's say that we want to target HR director, chief of staff, And I think that this search is good because here we have chief of staff and we have HR director, so perfect. And now the next thing we need to do is to export these people and get the verified emails. So for that, very easy, you click on extract leads and then you say that you want 50 people. Then we click on export leads. And now I just need to wait a little bit and I will get my export. All right, so the export is done. And now if I open the file, so for example, open in Sheets, you see that we have our list of 50 leads with the first name, last name, profile picture, company name, job title, headline, LinkedIn URL, and of course, the verified emails of your leads. So because you know that these companies are currently hiring, they might be interesting by your services. So now that you know that you can use a LinkedIn Sales Navigator for your recruiting business, and of course you will save a lot of money. If you want to try GiveMeLeads for free, you can click the first link in the description. And if you want to see a complete beginner-friendly tutorial on how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you can click somewhere on the screen. It was Vincent. I wish you a nice day and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.